Okay, what I'm on with now is this hinge, no, not hinge, bracket. Where it fits on is that there's lumps on the bumper and there's holes in the bracket. They poke through the holes and then BMW melt the tops of the lug that's part of the bumper, and it spreads out, and that then holds the bracket on. Obviously it's pathetic. In fact, there's one. You see it just there, look? Just there. So we'll show you another one. There's one. That's how they normally look. So that's what BMW do. They just melt a little bit of the edge, the top, and it's not very much holding it in. But this side, it came off, the whole thing. So what I'm doing is I've welded using the soldering iron. What you do is you heat into that part, you heat into that part, make a groove right where the two meet, and then with the molten material stir it all around to make it one, and then just fill the gap, and that then combines the two plastics into one flowing whole lump of plastic. The trouble is though, if there's not enough plastic there, it's a weak fix and it often comes back undone. So what's a good idea, like normal welding, when you actually weld the two sheets together, you bring in a third metal, the one that's on the welding rod or the welding wire, and you feed extra material into the join, so that you've now got three metals, the two sheets plus the weld metal. Well, it's the same theory. So what I'm doing here is I'm just reinforcing the join using the solder. So the best way to do it is to just take a chunk of it, and the way to get the chunk is just press into it and press it, put some pressure on it, and it'll like cut like a knife. Let's see it go. There we go. I've got a hole there now. So now I've got a hole, start somewhere else, there we go. So we've got a lump of plastic there now, look, see it? So now we just melt that. And add that in. Add some more. The thing is, if you leave it to cool down for any period of time, you have to reheat it from scratch. So, and keep reheating it. It goes more brittle. So you're best to immediately just deal with it while it's still hot and work on a small area at a time, and you'll get better results than if you try and do a big area. And just see, now what I want to do, see how I'm pressing into the bracket. That's so that the material that I've just added has got something to grip into, rather than it just sit on the surface and then peel off. I want it to stay in, so softening the whole thing and then just stirring it all in, so it all combines. I give that something to hang to. So we know the top's now stuck to that new plastic we've put on. So what I want to do is make sure that the bottom itself, the part that it's sticking to, again, same thing. We cut a little chunk off. There we go. So we get a little chunk, and we press into the bumper this time. So we've got a little groove in the bumper there. I'll put two grooves in this, and then we're going to spread that material around. So now we know. Let's have a look on the other side, make sure we're not doing no damage there. That's fine. That's sand that anyway. And I want to just put some more on the top. Big chunk there, look. So we get a big chunk going. So we have to soften it first, otherwise it'll fall off. It won't even stick to the thing you're trying to stick it to until it's melted. And it's prone to falling off until that point has arrived. See, it's stuck to the other side because it's fell over. Ooh, see what I mean? There we go, now we've got it. Pin down. Okay, so the chunk's mushy, so let's give it something to stick to. Let's press into both the bumper here. Get our chunk. Push it down. into those two grooves we just made. Fumes are not nice. I tend to just blow them away as opposed to wear them off. Right, so it's all smooth. That's another thing, if it's all smooth, there's less chance of it having cracks and splits that it can develop. So always finish it off. Right, so that's pretty strong now, I would say. I'm not going to touch it because it's hot, and that means it's still soft and it is liable for it to split open. So never check it until it's fully cooled down. But I am going to put material now on the top, one last bit, because I've done the base, and then I know now it's firm the anchor down. It's not going to come off. If I wanted to be really certain, I could put some more material in there, but I can't actually see in there this time of year. It's too bloody dark, even though it's daytime. I suppose I could take it outside and do it. Right, so burn into the top, two little grooves, and now spread everything around. Smoothing it all out. This is working a lot better today because I sanded the tip. After a while it gets clogged up with all the black stuff, and it absorbs the heat and makes the iron less efficient. So, again, a smooth surface. It's hard to get at, that one. A smooth surface is what you're looking for. That is now solid. We're happy with that. So, let's get this. So that's now solid. So we've smoothed that with sandpaper. Same there. That's just waiting to dry. I'm actually ready to take it outside. I just don't want it to drip any fucking paint anywhere until it's set. I might just leave that task and do something else. But they look lovely, man. Ready to go on the car. We're on with the wheels at the moment. So that's to go downstairs with that and finish that.